Tales from my D&D campaign.
Previously.
Welcome to my little fragment of reality, where I have power over everything you can see. Find the lock, find the key, 5 times and you're free. And if we fail, you die, and your souls belong to me. Maybe this was one of the things on the list you want to tell us.
Tell you about the ability I can't use?
That you're the avatar of a demigod. No wonder everybody's after you.
I'm not sure this guy's even really there.
Let's just complete the challenge. Here,
I'll open it.
At this point, if you said, go through that door, fight a colossal dragon, but then you're done, you're out of this place, I'd do it, absolutely.
at this point, it's starting to edge out the Feywild for Draven.
Whenever we get back, I don't know what could possibly drag Little One back to this stupid plane.
They head over to this clearing's keystone, though Rygax lingers briefly, peering out a little longer, hoping to see something that would explain the phenomenon.
Like you said, it's just a mind illusion to mess with you. Trust me, if it's something we need to deal with, it'll get to us.
When Black inserts the key into the lock and turns it, a path opens. The ground slopes upward from the deep bowl which had made room for the gargantuan orc, joining another path up from the other empty clearing, and they continue forward, right into a pair of massive boulders rolling down at them.
I could just go immobile and catch them. Like, bong.
I can do one better. Ring of Force Wall.
Little One's force field kills the rock's momentum, while Draven starts casting Move Earth. When the 2-round force field ends, Black locks his armor into immobile mode, and he and Little One hold the partly sunken boulders in place just a little longer until Draven's spell completely undermines them, at which point they all clamber over the 10-foot stone spheres and continue on. I never get to use my high-level spells. Move Earth is on my actual Artificer list.
Wait, it's a 6th level spell for wizards? And this is all it does?
It gradually moves a huge amount of Earth, and it's permanent. With enough time you could dig under city walls and collapse them, but yeah, can't affect stone. It specifically says cannot be used for tunneling. It's such a bad spell for its level. At the end of the narrow path, the space opens back up to normal forest, where the Albtrome is waiting.
Maybe the Albtrome made this place a giant personification of his body, and we just came up through its balls.
Oh, lovely.
This is no cave.
Just a random thought, but rule number 6, no terraforming.
And the trench you had excavated bounces back into shape, popping the boulders back out, where they roll away down the branching paths. Little One wants to debate what counts as terraforming, but their attention is drawn to the light show, which is apparently still going on off to the left. White lights and flames dancing in the distance. You know what's going on over there? Not that we'd believe anything he says. Why would I even ask? Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. That's such a tease. He so wants us to go over there.
We ain't going anywhere.
You know what? I'm going to clairvoyance, see what's happening. Make a caster level check. Right. I bet divinations get warped here. Well, actually, you see a fight going on, but you can't see one of the participants. Almost like one of them had high-level protection against divinations. So I don't see the Rygax avatar clone. No, but the Headless Horseman is there, riding their nightmare, leaving a flaming trail as they charge, whirling their demon-headed chain flail above their head. Then suddenly a hole opens up in their chest. Then another, several more, like it's just getting Swiss cheesed by something unseen. As the knight's armored torso is largely obliterated, the mount rears up and dives down into the ground like a shark.
So he can't see the glowing avatar of death.
Didn't beat the spell resistance, or misdirection.
It's difficult without seeing it firsthand, but the attacks you describe sound very much like my transformation. You are familiar with the Light of Mercuria?
I have a scroll of it. The spell casts 2 bolts, which deal light-based damage, bonus damage to undead, demons, and junk.
Well, the most prominent ability of my Archon form is to cast all 3 spells of that chain, Light of Lunia, Mercuria, and Venia, every few seconds.
That would be devastating to undead.
Pretty cool, actually. Approaching beholder-level beams.
So it is a Rygax clone.
Or an avatar of another god.
With the same power.
Did Horseface drop any loot?
Looks like the mount took everything down into the ground. We don't know much about the Headless Horseman, do we?
I believe I do.
Legends tell of a knight who led a life of war and tragedy until they found their soulmate, a beautiful elven maiden.
They laid down their arms, and the two became lovers, and were happy for a time, until the maiden was slain. Crying over her, the knight cursed the heavens and all the gods, swearing vengeance upon her killers. And so they rode to battle anew, a furious, almost unstoppable warrior, fighting on even through grievous wounds, seemingly from sheer force of will. But their bloody crusade was thwarted in the end, because one of the murderers turned out to be an immortal spirit. After this last killer escaped, Asmodeus appeared before the knight, offering a bargain.
Lend me your carnage. If you agree to serve me until an enemy takes your head, I will grant you the power to vanquish your nemesis, to visit your anguish upon them.
So he gave up his head. Or, wait, no, that wasn't part of the deal. Accepting the sinister pact, trading servitude for revenge, the knight hunted down the spirit once more, and this time devastated them, obliterating them down to their barest essence, crushing them such that they would never recover, but would be forced to live out eternity in this pitiful state. The worst of all possible worlds. Hooray! Have fun with eternity. Thenceforth, the rider went out each night, doing all manner of evil in the name of Asmodeus. They lived a double life, harming no one by day, sometimes trying to do good to assuage their conscience. The rider even made a friend, but this was their downfall. For one day, a servant of Asmodeus appeared in mortal guise and revealed the knight's evil deeds to their friend. This friend, who loved the knight but could not abide the injustice, who could not allow the evil and slaughter to continue, confronted them. The rider had been deadly in their former life. Now, with this unholy power, they were an almost unparalleled warrior. They defended themselves fiercely and angrily, knocking their opponent to the ground, but gazing down upon their friend. In the light of day, the knight could not bring themselves to strike the death blow. And in this moment of hesitation, their head was cut off, not by an enemy, but by their one and only friend. The servant of Asmodeus reappeared, snatched the head, and fled, and Horseman lost any semblance of life or humanity, becoming a headless servant of hell.
Serve until your head is cut off by an enemy.
Yes, that is f***ing devils. Ever since their bargain, the rider had been a scourge of the countryside. Once beheaded, they became even worse, until eventually defeated by one of the kings of Vistria. But even then, since the bargain remained unbroken, the horseman merely took up service elsewhere.
So it's a real horseman, not an illusion like Kadrord.
Correct. But there's no way to destroy it permanently, except by finding the head.
Find the head and put it back on.
Essentially.
You know what? I don't f***ing know. Let's go find the next key. There's no key over there, if that's what you're wondering. Your way lies ahead. If you think you can complete any more challenges. You struck the deal. I will beat you. I will f***ing beat you.
I want to know what this thing is.
I don't care.
The problem is, Draven's not really a hero. I mean, he's done heroic things. We all have, together. But he doesn't feel like a hero. Above all, he really doesn't want to die, especially here. So, as curious as he may be, getting out would take priority, even if you wanted to investigate this other thing. I'm just glad you're not wanting to check that out.
And I just go wherever you go.
Let's just get out of here.
I f***ing hate this place. I f***ing hate this place. It can't be so bad.
I thought you liked a challenge.
I'm sure you'll love the next room. I'm sure we will. We'll see how much he laughs when we get the f*** out of here.
They advanced through the entrance of another solid tree wall into a round 120-foot diameter clearing, which is peppered with statues of kind of like a lightning bolt with arms. All statues of the Aldtrome. Are they all the same? Look the same. Really? Really?
We get to destroy a whole bunch of them?
If he hadn't banned it, you could probably have used Move Earth to topple all of them.
Yeah, though I'm not sure I would have wanted to, not knowing what will happen when they go down.
Are we gonna attack these things? If he was being honest and I'm gonna enjoy this room, I'd enjoy smashing the shit out of him again and again.
That is true. You see nothing else of interest in the clearing.
I walk up to one of the statues and touch it.
Feels like a stone statue. It's kind of jagged, the edges are sharp-ish, not weathered or smooth, but it's not like take damage for touching it sharp. Yet,
Can I push it over?
Nope. There's no give whatsoever, making you think it's probably not just heavy, but attached, anchored at the base.
Now, the last time I tried to smash something, I had to save or die and took 10d6 damage.
That was something required for the room to function.
And the only thing in this room is the statues? The usual impenetrable-looking trees around the outside? The usual sad grass? If anything, maybe a little deader looking than most places in here. And 20 statues.
I could use my engineering skill to try to assess... Ancient Mountain Hammer. Pretty sure I hit.
Oh yeah, no, these things have a little armor class just out of hardness, but the statue is immobile, so only AC 16, no issue for you guys.
Now that's hard to miss. 64 damage.
And your maneuver ignores object hardness, so that actually feels like excess damage. It's shrapnel.
He's right, I do like this room.
See? Wasn't that therapeutic? But not the right one.
Go around, smash them all.
That was fun and all, but if there's one good one to smash, there are probably a few bad ones. No, let Krillin do it. Seriously.
With arrows? I wouldn't have to go near them. But there's damage reduction. Yeah, with Stone's object hardness, standard arrows, even from Krillin, would just be chipping away at best.
Now this is where I excel. I can use the big move, then just recover maneuvers while walking between them. So, any particular one I should smash first?
It's like playing Battleship. E5. I'm staying well back from this process, but I encourage you to continue smashing.
Oh, I'm gonna keep smashing till something stops me. I'll check the rubble, see if it contains any clues, magic, or traps.
When he smashes a second statue, the entrance to the clearing is sealed by falling trees. But undeterred, he continues breaking statues, with the others largely following 30 to 50 feet behind, trying to stay close enough, but not too close. You know, fly casual.
Just watching the explosions.
They don't find any pattern to the statues. They're technically not identical, slight variations in the jaggedness of the carven lightning, but even when Little One snapped one off at the base and dragged it next to another one, they couldn't discern any clue from the shapes.
Okay, the one right in the middle. Elder Mountain Hammer.
You bring the hammer down, crashing and collapsing the statue downward, but you see a glint in the rubble. At the bottom, wedged partly into the base, is the key.
Hold on, let me search for traps. Nah, I just grabbed the key.
We're gonna get shocked. It takes a little force, but the stone around it was already cracked and you're able to yank it out.
Okay, now what? Have to smash more statues to find the keyhole?
Well, before you try that,
Oh, we get to kill something. Yay!
you feel a little tremor in the ground.
Uh-oh.
Those of you further away don't feel it so much. But then Angel starts to smell acid.
Like that first room? I grab hold of a statue.
Little one, the ground around the base of that key-holding statue, it begins to crumble or dissolve. Not super fast, you can easily back away, but you see that the stone base of the statue is a thin 60-foot tall pillar standing in a pool of bubbling acid. All the ground of the room looks to have been undermined. The dirt is less than a foot thick, suspended high above the lake of acid. And that's when the others notice that the ground is beginning to erode around every other statue that was smashed.
I didn't smash any near you guys so much.
Now here's the problem. To find the keyhole, do we need to smash more statues?
Yeah, we don't know where the keyhole is.
The amount of standable space is decreasing steadily.
Mass fly.
That's an expensive scroll, if I have any left.
So, the more statues you broke, the faster we lose the ground.
But I only broke less than half, so we're good.
I hope we're good, because I checked, and I don't have another mass fly scroll.
Then climb onto a statue.
Oh, I'm flying. To stand on the base of a smashed statue might require balance checks. They aren't very big. Intact statues, you can climb up or hang on to those no problem with the arms and all.
Or activates her amulet of the disc. Let me test one.
The ground does start dissolving away from it as well. The acid's far below us, right? Yeah, it's about 60 feet. Alright, I'm gonna swoop down a little and look underneath.
What if you get below floor level and your flight stops working? Like that bridge in the mountain.
That would be unpleasant. Well, you don't immediately plummet to your doom. Instead, as you hover down, you see that there are quite a few more pillars than there were statues. but most of them are a little shorter, ending between 1 and 6 feet beneath the crumbly ground.
Oh, jumpy jumpy. My favorite part of any video game.
I love to platform.
You have negative dexterity.
On the bright side, the Headless Horseman probably can't rise up out of the acid.
Can I spot a keyhole or anything different on any of the pillars? Maybe something on the walls? You're reasonably sure there isn't a keyhole in the area near you. But some of the pillars only stop a foot below the dirt, so if it were on top of one of those, you would have to be fairly close to see it.
I'm gonna smash the statue so he has a way out, if he needs another way up for some reason. I'll spider climb around to the underside and try to spot.
This feels really precarious, because if it were normal dirt, not magical puzzle dirt, it would definitely crumble away under even your minimal weight, but
40.
Okay, Angel spots a keyhole on the top of this pillar, about 2 feet below the dirt.
Found it. Well, found a keyhole, assuming there's only one. Okay, I rush over to that spot, reach up with the key, and here we go. I've never been so happy to see a fist in my life. I take the key and shove it in the slot.
Okay, at that point, there's another little tremor, and all the remaining ground starts to crumble away at once. Anyone flying or holding a statue is fine, but Angel and Little One are going to have to make reflex saves to get a hold of something. You're Angel, so as long as you don't roll a 1, you're probably fine.
I rolled a 2, so 18?
Well, you're pushing it, but you're fine. Little One rolls much better, quickly leaping to a nearby pillar as all the remaining ground collapses, even eating away at the soil around some of the tree roots on the west side, where a handful of trees fall over, toppling down into the burning acid, creating a new exit.
Well, that was a fun little exercise. By the way, some fine folk were looking for you all around the outside of my realm. They were so determined to find you that I thought the only decent thing to do would be to bring you all together.
Now? If you could wait like 5 minutes. Small groups of hooded tentacle casters start phasing through the trees in multiple places. They're back. With no ground anymore, just pillars with and without statues, most about 10 feet apart or more. Moving from one to another requires jump checks and balance checks to land on the narrow stone shafts. So Angel's first action is to cast Spider Climb on Little One, easing or removing all those die rolls, even with a gnome riding piggyback on his shoulders. Rygax casts Doomtide, his funky mist wall, to block off vision from 2 groups of enemies, though it would only work for 1 round before the kaleidoscopic fog sank down below the tree line. You guys want me to drop a wall of stone over here and block off these guys too?
That'd be pretty sweet.
Then I won't have anyone to rain of arrows. Well, I don't want to deny you targets, but some of them are going before you.
And they're all spellcasters.
Yeah, okay. I'll save it for another time. So I'll wall off these ones nice and solid, and use some leftover squares to connect a couple of these pillars. Just give us a little more potential walkway. So I split them into 2 initiative groups. Of the group acting now, a bunch of them don't have vision anymore. However, this wizard here, which has a displacement spell by the way, is going to cast something, it's going to dispel the target that is flying. And I'm over the acid?
You're wearing goggles, you'll be fine.
The goggles, they do nothing.
That's why I stuck to a pillar. That's why I didn't transform and start flying around.
Okay, highest level buff, dispelled. That's my crossbow's speed buff. Next up, your caster level 15, so it's DC 25, so not dispelled. Aha, that may have been my flight, okay? Then not dispelled and not dispelled. So he only removed that 1 buff.
Though, if you fell into acid, couldn't you fast heal and just swim around?
It's only 2 hit points around. Still amazing, but not swim in deadly acid amazing. My turn. Who all can I see? These guys, and the one who tried to dispel me.
Nuke it.
Okay. Krillin perforates the hooded wizard, only losing 1 shot to the displacement buff.
However many tentacles it had, you hit every single one.
Carrying Angel, and with Spider Climb letting him skip the balance checks, Little One leaps to one pillar, then another, then latches onto the side of the clearing and attacks one of the minions with the black hammer.
Would seem wrong to do all that coolness and then miss.
Splat. Of course, when they die, these guys burst into a cloud of acid.
Won't that kill the others?
Nope, they're immune to their own death burst. So you both take 11 acid damage, no save.
Then you need to get the hell off me before your vest starts absorbing my equipment or something.
Dark Way. I never get to use Dark Way. It'll be perfect. I'll drop a bridge straight down the middle to the exit, and where Krill, Mora, and I can reach it. Then I get on it.
you're going to have to make a DC 10 jump or balance check to get from the pillar onto there.
My jump's not bad. 16?
With armor check penalty?
10?
You barely had a 50% chance to make that jump. If you'd rolled a 1, your result would have been 1.
One of these guys can get far enough to see around the fog, but it can only shoot Krillin, I guess. Question, do you still have the fire resist buff? I don't know. Do I? Yes, it lasts like 2 hours, so we all still have it.
Except Little One and I never had it, because we were downstairs at the time.
So its Scorching Ray is completely absorbed by the archer's resistance, and one of the casters near Little One and Angel fails a skill check to cast on a defensive, wasting its turn. But the other one point-blank fireballs the duo for 29. Unfortunately, it caught itself in its own fireball, so it dies.
Yay!
And explodes into a cloud of acid for another 15 damage.
Yay.
Then the second proper wizard hits Krillin with a Ray of Exhaustion, -6 strength and dex. Wow, not just the -2/-2? Nope, if he had passed his save, he'd be fatigued for -2. Ray of Exhaustion is a level 3 single target debuff with a to-hit roll and save, so when it works, it's pretty harsh. My dex is still 22.
So it just means you have -3 to hit.
Jesus, you still have a dex of... Holy shit!
It doesn't help when you try to jump the 8 feet to the dark way. I have a good jump skill.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but you were wrong. One more fireball later, Angel morphs her Devouring Vest into the Ataran Aberration Handling Gear, and with her attacks all counting as Bane, she kills another one, causing another acid explosion for 17.
I never healed after Kajord, so I'm down more than 100 hit points. I was going to heal myself with Rallying Strike, but somebody removed my target. Whoops.
Rygax could use his healing Eldritch Blast. Don't bother. I cast Convert Money to hit points. Draven swoops over and expends a scroll of heal for 150 HP on Little One. Instead of healing, then, Rygax chain Eldritch Blasts 2 of the minions, clearing the entrance. Caster minions are scary.
Yeah, no, I think they're a little overpowered. I got an asshole gnome killing shit, making acid blow up in my face. Thank God for Draven, because my face doesn't grow back when dissolved in acid.
It wasn't acid, it was water. Spring water.
Looked like acid.
Apparently I'm the Wicked Witch of the West. Alright, 3 of them come out over here, basically testing targets for fire resistance. Unless one rolls more than 30 damage, it's, no effect on Black and Rygax.
Now they'll probably go back to fireballing me and Draven.
Krillin tries to take down the one who exhausted him, but this time the 50% miss chance actually eats half his shots, and it manages to survive with 1 hit point.
I Earth Reaver those guys on the edge. Reflex save or they fall down into the pit.
It's quite possible they both automatically die. The minion has 3 hit points, and the wizard actually has less now. Little One grabs Angel as he runs sideways along the tree wall onto the stone wall, then uses Moment of Alacrity to boost his initiative for next round, allowing him to act again almost immediately and to run to the end of the wall, getting right in the face of the missing group of minions who had been forced to reposition by all the vision blocking spells. Which will put you in triple acid explosion range.
I'm full health now, that's okay.
Oh sure, after Draven spends all the gold, suddenly 40-50 hit points, who cares? Let's not talk about it.
How much was it?
Well, what is the value of a life?
I'll kill this guy.
You realize you are back into acid range again.
Alright, screw all your acid. I move over here instead and crossbow him.
Yep, you kill him and deal 13 acid damage to Little One. Little One saves against one last fireball as they clean up, ending with his Rallying Strike, which mostly just cancels out that last one's acid explosion, though it does also heal the other party members converging on the exit.
Man, I hardly killed any of them.
Sorry, man.
Though I did make a bridge.
Tell you what, we'll let you solo whatever we fight next. In the final room.
Yeah, we'll just stand back. Have I said that I hate this fucking place?
Many a time.
As they collect themselves outside the acidic clearing, though, a glowing nimbus of light approaches them. As it gets closer, the light fades and the figure drops to his knees. And it's Rygax. I'm seeing double. 4 Rygax. Both Rygaxes look very confused, but the one that just dropped out of Archon form looks not good. He's evil, kill him. Few if any physical wounds, but he looks worse for wear than Krillin, and Krill's magically exhausted. When does exhaustion go away? When you rest, and even then, it just improves to fatigue. And it's an instantaneous physical effect. There's virtually no way to magically cure it. My strength is down to 4, though? Down to 4? That's gonna cause problems, even carrying your basic gear.
Do we have any strength buffs?
Could give him both strength for +4.
That only lasts a few minutes, though.
Do you have a magical belt?
No?
Then I could lend you my +4 strength belt. I'll lose 2 to hit and damage, but Krillin should be able to function. So, you just fought the horseman?
The horseman wasn't the problem. Before that, I ran into Cornello. I had no choice but to transform. It was that or die. I managed to drive him off, but there's no way I could defeat him one-on-one. And now I'm useless.
Someone want to explain what's going on here?
The Albdrome created a duplicate, a fake. That much is obvious.
That's just creepy.
I was separated from you when I tried to plane shift with the Orc. I stepped through the portal and was dropped into a different part of this nightmare, all alone, with the portal disappearing behind me.
That portal was false. I was sent to another part of Albdrome's realm, which was made to look like the Fatelands, but my Eladrin blood tells me in which world I stand. I knew I'd never left this plane, so as soon as I was certain, I stepped back through, and was lucky enough to end up back with the others. Oh, I've seen this Star Trek episode.
Wait, so what the f?
Okay, what do we do about them? I say we knock them both out, drag them with us till we finish the final challenge, then send the real Rygax home. Problem solved.
Knock them both out?
If they're unconscious, the Fake can't mess with us.
Okay, but
I don't think they're both evil. One of them is bad, one of them is good. That's why we just knock them out. Problem solved.
do we know one is bad?
Yes.
If Al made a copy, we can be sure that copy isn't here to help us.
I don't have the spell Detect Evil.
I'm not casting Detect Evil in this area. Yeah, if you detect evil around something way more powerful than you can suffer backlash.
And we're in Al's nightmare realm. The entire place has to be off the charts evil. I'm not worried about this one because he's weakened. If the drained one is real, he still probably can't do anything to help in a fight. And if the one we've been with is the real one, he hasn't been all that useful anyway. We knock them both out, drag them with us. Or we could go with option B. Cut both their heads off and leave them here.
All we have to do is kill one of them, and the whole thing's over with. We've got 2 Rygaxes.
The deal's already over, isn't it? The Albdrome did describe that as a limited time offer. No time frame was specified, but... And it's a 50-50 chance, because one's not the real Rygax. Yeah, pretty sure Al would not give us credit for killing the Fake.
How about we just use Rygax as the front guy? Like, they go in first everywhere.
That might still be making the choice, because from the looks of it, the weak one probably wouldn't make it. Let's ask them some questions about stuff we did together. Albatross can read minds. They probably know all the same stuff.
I know. I'll cast Mage Hand and tickle them.
No, just tickle them with your bow. You still have Merciful on it from that other fight. It's non-lethal. You can take them both down in like 1 round.
I don't feel comfortable shooting our friends. What does everyone else think?
The problem is, I don't have another plan. I just know I don't like this one. We're not killing them, it just sounds pretty crazy. I think it's a great plan. We don't have the time or ability to pick one over the other anyway.
I'm not much help to you right now anyway. I understand your logic, and it makes a certain kind of sense. But apart from the obvious, I don't like that you'd have to drag us around.
That's what I was thinking. Do they have a shadow?
They each have the same kind of shadows as everybody else here. Hardly any.
I walk over and stomp on it.
The Rygax who's been with you since the portal smirks. The weakened one doesn't get it, presumably because he wasn't with you for that fight. Wait, aim my weapon against evil. Okay, I like where this is going. I don't really think it will work, but it's worth testing. Your weapon is now holy. I walk over to the weak one. Hold this.
Seems like a reasonable test.
Yes, it's worth a try. What happens if an evil creature holds it? Negative levels, which go away when they let go. I think it should have an obvious effect.
I ready my bow.
The weakened Rygax grasps the handle and nothing happens.
It's the other one. Kill him.
Okay, then other Rygax. Grab it. He takes hold of it and he seems fine. Nothing happens. It's the other one again. Kill him.
Get the other one.
So it looks like neither of them is evil.
It could be that they're both good.
It could be a perfect copy. What if you make the other side of my weapon unholy?
New test.
Rygax is good, right? I don't know. He follows the demigod of death. Theoretically, he could be neutral.
We're pretty sure he's good. We've been watching him for days.
Draven doesn't have a lot of experience making unholy weapons. You have to do an extra use magic device check to fake the alignment, because normally you can't use opposite alignment spells. I think I can manage it. I'm allowed to take a 10, and I have plus 31. I've always wanted to try this.
Okay, I get the weak one to hold it.
He shrinks away a bit when you hand it to him, but when he actually grabs it, nothing happens. Huh? Now try the other.
I give it to the other Rygax.
He shrinks away a bit when you hand it to him, but when he actually grabs it, and he drops it right away, like it burned him.
I was right the whole time. It was always the fake one.
Yes, the fake one was always the fake one.
He was the one I was gonna guess was the fake. Okay, Ancient Mountain Hammer.
Yeah, let's fucking this shit up. Watch, turns out we'll be wrong.
Wait a second, guys. Are we so sure a follower of Anku wouldn't be neutral?
We got the reaction we wanted. I'm killing the motherfucker. Too late.
You get your wish.
This is gonna be better than the statues. The only ones here who can hold the unholy weapon without being harmed are Angel and whatever this guy is.
The fact that Angel isn't bothered by it is bothering me, though it's good that she could hold the Holy One. Thank God for that. But I mean, what if she's a fake angel? We're basing our fake Rygax decision on a test that gives the same result for him as for her.
The Archon one did fight Cornello and the Horseman.
That could all have been staged.
Angel acts first. The suspect Rygax is looking a bit less winded, but still doesn't appear to be in any state to be fighting.
I don't know, guys. Just doesn't feel right.
If he's not defending himself, I should be able to take him out right away. I think that's just bullshit. I think once we attack him, he's gonna turn into some kind of giant blah.
I mean, if we're sure he's the right one, by which I mean the wrong one, but what if the guy who did react to the holy weapon was just faking it? Oh, it burns! Oh, kill the other guy! You want to roll sense motive?
I rolled a 2.
Well, my sense motive sucks. I'm pretty sure I'm doing the right thing anyways.
Yeah, nope. I'm sure we're doing the right thing.
Alright, I roll over there and slash him with my spiked chain.
He tries to raise an arm in feeble defense, but you yank the chain masterfully and it just wraps around, slashes his throat, dead. He crumples to the ground, bleeding out. Well, I hope we did the right thing. I'm gonna take a blood sample. I'm sorry, you have chosen poorly.
Oh well.
Oh, the tales that would be told of this moment. You should have just killed him when I first offered and saved yourselves all this trouble. But that limited time bargain has long since expired, which means I still get to kill you in the 5th challenge. Enjoy your sleeper agent.
So he says.
I don't know. I think we made the right decision.
This is just another ploy to get you to finish the job for real.
What does it cost Al to say that? Al Bundy?
He'd have laughed either way.
I mean, it's not impossible, but...
Well, if that was the real Rygax, sorry dude. Moving on.
Angel checks the corpse, which feels disturbingly real. Both Rygax's equipment shows the same under detect magic.
Did we check for a key inside?
I don't think...
It could be in there. It's not real after all. I wouldn't put it past the Albtrome, but it doesn't seem theatrical enough.
I'll do it.
Your autopsy turns up nothing. No key.
Alright, shove it in the portable hole then.
Rygax is kind of creeped out because of the lifelike dead him.
I suppose we can't just leave it lying around, though. I'm just glad that worked out.
It sure did. If we get back to the real world, open up the hole, and the body's still there, I'll feel bad that we killed the real Rygax.
Outside of the statue acid room just looks like normal forest, and circling around the clearing, they don't see any hint of another room.
So there's no obvious way forward? Can Mora see anything of interest from Lay of the Land? Any unused keyhole?
There's the extra keyhole from the first Kajord clearing, but it looks like it just leads up the same wishbone boulder path we passed through. I guess There was also a clearing we didn't visit back near the beginning. We had a choice after the fire demons, assuming he hasn't changed it already.
Anyway, I'm thinking if we start trying to backtrack, the horsemen will show up. Hey, we found him ahead!
Somehow I don't think that would work to satisfy his legend. Plus, then the horsemen would look like Rygax.
I'd get to kill him again! It's like my birthday! Let's just go. I really don't hate Rygax that much.
What if he just doesn't give us another challenge? I'm theoretically immortal, so he could give us a challenge in 1,000 years, and I'd still be here.
No, he can't wait that long, because there's always a way, and there's no way if the rest of us die of old age.
This will definitely be the most fun. Let's roleplay getting old! Well, we could either try to cut straight through in the direction Mora last saw the natural planar portal, or we could backtrack to that room we didn't explore near the beginning.
Okay, here's a depressing thought.
Oh, this is the depressing one. Not wandering around until everyone dies of old age before he gives us the last challenge. Okay.
What if we chose wrong, and killing the fake Rygax is the final challenge?
I did consider that. I didn't especially want to give it voice because...
Let's kill him.
Leaving that aside for now, it only takes a couple minutes to head back around, bypassing all the death rooms. You notice motion up ahead. At first, you're having a hard time making out just what the motion is, but as you get closer, you realize it's because it isn't one or two distinct creatures. It's the whole landscape moving. It is, in fact, zombies.
Fast zombies or slow zombies?
They're slow, but they are wall to wall. Just a 6-foot-high carpet of back and forth motion.
Blistering radiance.
Okay, 50-foot radius will wipe out tons of zombies. You're facing a gigantic mass of them. Is there any place you want to prioritize?
Probably closer to us.
So, based on their saving throws, within 3 rounds, every zombie in a radius should be dead, statistically speaking. Really, by the end of the second round, probably 95 to 98% are toast, but there are just so many you probably get a handful of outliers.
Good enough.
Now, it's worth noting, as they die, that they all apparently have the spell Undead Torch on them, just like the ones Angel and Little One fought, which means they each drop one of those negative energy patches on the ground. So the brilliant, eye-watering radius now has a stark black floor, which would damage anything living. More zombies are starting to wander into the spell, and also die. But there seems to be no shortage of them. I'm getting low on ammo. Finally, I've only got about 100 arrows left.
Just wait it out. Let Blistering Radiance do its thing.
There is a thin but steady stream of zombies who are, almost by random chance, working their way around the deadly light. But if Angel stands there, they likely won't get any closer. If you wait though, Black's spell will just keep killing for well over a minute. Okay, I cast Major Creation. I can only make non-magic, non-masterwork stuff, which can't be especially valuable and can't be used for spell components, but I can make 15 cubic feet of arrows. Arrows! Wee-hee-hee! So, killing this many zombies has no effect? Well, actually, there are starting to be noticeably fewer of them on this side, but more keep coming out from the room where you fought the fire demons. It may occur to you at this point that Little One and Angel never actually stopped the zombies from spawning down in those tunnels. You just found the key and left.
So they're climbing up the wall?
Maybe. Or, if there were enough of them, they wouldn't really have to climb. It's starting to look like the zombies have just kept piling up all this time.
They were really weak. Let's just walk through them. If we don't kill them, they don't drop the black goo.
They have that swarm ability, though, that they couldn't use very well in the tunnels given the rate you were killing them. But if there are already 2 next to you, every time an additional one moves next to you, they deal 1d6 damage automatically. No to hit roll. Yeah, I think we'd be killing forever if we tried. Alright, I cast Hide from Undead. Now you can walk through, though. Affects 1 creature per level. Undead cannot see, hear, or smell the warded creatures. There's no saving throw, except for intelligent undead. Some had been coming around through the Hex room, and many were trying to get through the Radiance, trying to get to you, but now they all revert to just aimless shambling.
So are we just walking through them now?
Though mostly undetectable to these mindless undead, physically squeezing through the crowd was definitely pushing their luck. So Draven flies, and they float Black across on Mora's disc, while the others sneak through or spider climb around the Walking Dead until they reach the unexplored room. This one is not a clearing so much as a 10-foot wide passageway through the dense tree wall, which stretches 100 feet until opening into a wider space. As they make their way down the passage, they see black stone at the end, lit from beneath by a sickly orange light, where the shambling zombies appear to be falling off into a 10-foot wide moat of lava. Oh no. It's like Minecraft all of a sudden. Across the lava is a sort of a stone landing area, with great floor-to-ceiling walls of black marble, but straight ahead is an entrance flanked by 20-foot Albtrom statues, reaching up to touch their lightning arms like an archway.
This Albtrom guy is really full of himself.
Really? So we might be able to just walk right through?
Wait, what about the never-ending story?
Okay, I know this is a little juvenile, but I'll spider climb up the one on the left and piss on it. Make a fortitude save.
Can we throw Rhyfax, the fake one, through, see what happens?
We could throw a zombie through.
Okay, let's start simple. Step 1, I toss a rock through the portal. Nothing happens. Stone rolls to a stop as you would expect.
I did the real step number 1 on the statue up here.
Yes, you did. 2, no apparent effect.
Step 2, I summon my fist with the stats of an elephant and...
No, don't summon anything. I walk through.
Fortitude save.
No. There's no save.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No save?
No. Instead, it's just a greater dispelling. Got any buffs on you?
No, just spider climb.
You don't even have the fire resistance.
Nope, I don't have anything really.
Yeah, your spider climb is dispelled. Now you've got nothing.
I assume if we try to smash it, we'll get disintegrated or something. Can we Dimension Door past it?
I don't know. I don't like the idea of casting Dimension Door through a zone of quasi-anti-magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, after that plane shift, I don't want to end up fighting clones of ourselves.
Come on, wouldn't that be fun? Especially if the groups are mixed. Who says the fakes end up in the same group?
Another version of Angel?
Which one's the evil one?
So it sounds like everyone's down for a planned Shadow Clone party?
Well, we have the holy and unholy weapons to figure out who's who. Only one that doesn't work for is Angel, so we'd have to kill them both.
Can I Knight's move past it?
You have to have an enemy to flank.
What do you have that you're so worried about getting dispelled?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah, I have a lot.
He's a walking pile of buffs, using divine metamagic and our persistent spell house rules. You thought that armor was there to protect him. No, that armor is there to keep all the buffs in. I don't think we can avoid it. Whatever, I hover through. Okay, Draven's highest level buff is dispelled, my flight spell. You keep your next highest level buff. Third one is dispelled. So I keep fire resistance, but lose invisibility to undead.
Shit. I do not want to lose my stuff. What if we blow up the actual statues? Or marble is stone. Can I stone shape through the wall?
Marble is, in fact, stone.
What are you gonna do? Save it for later? It's f***ing stone shape.
Yeah, I'll try to shape a gap in that.
Rule number 6. No terraforming.
It's the wall, not the ground.
Alas, I don't think the Albtrom's open to your interpretation. The spell has no effect.
Alright, guys. See you later. I'ma hang out in hell forever. I'll just stay over here, slaying unlimited zombies. Sirius will be so happy with me.
Just keep killing them till you hit level 20.
God damn it, I do not want to do this.
I don't know magic for shit, but if you created a tunnel through here using a wall of whatever, would it block the dispelling from the arch?
Probably not. I use my eternal wands to recast fly and heroism on myself. Just buffing.
The arch is made of stone?
The Albtrom statues which make up the arch are stone, though a different stone than the walls of the room.
Alright then. Ancient Mountain Hammer. Do I need to roll to hit?
Nah, waste of time. Roll your damage.
57 damage, ignores hardness.
Alright, you whack the statue, knocking some decent chips out of it and cracking it badly. Though it's right up against the black walls, it's not firmly attached, and that lightning bolt shape is not particularly thick or sturdy. So as the cracks start to spread, you get the idea that perhaps you should step back, like it may snap off under its own weight. Oh sure, I'm over here rebuffing myself. Why didn't I just think, hit it till it stops?
While it's falling over, before we get separated, run, goddammit.
Wait, if I go through now, won't I still get dispelled, defeating the purpose?
Well, it doesn't matter much what you do, because the moment it properly snaps, there's a big shockwave of greater dispelling that hits everyone. Have fun, Draven. God
Damn it! Oh sure, just hit it. It's fine. Nobody told me to stop. I was trying to save Black's buffs.
But I'm back here with the zombies.
Yeah, what's the range? Mora's still way back there. Okay, I'll let Mora get away with it. But it hits everybody else. Just an explosion of dispelling. Alright, Black, your highest level buff survives.
Okay.
It's the lower level ones he cares more about. Second highest, dispelled.
My Hematula barbs.
Third, gone.
Full strength. So everything's gone except my highest level buff, which only works against Kuatoa.
Krillin loses fire resistance, the speed buff on his bow, and invisibility to undead. Draven? I don't want to walk, damn it. That was my last fly spell. This is bullshit. I'll carry you. All Angel has is Invis to undead, holy weapon, and unholy weapon. Your invisibility to undead survives. The unholy weapon is dispelled. Yay! And the holy weapon is not dispelled.
Yay!
Yay! The best possible outcome. Yeah, Draven, it's the best possible outcome. I meant for Angel. Wait, the room is an octagon? A very large octagon. I like the sound of that. I need my belt back.
I give his belt back, then just fall to the ground. No, I don't have many spells left, guys.
Yeah, we hadn't slept through this whole place, but I hadn't cast that many spells. Until now.
Buff, 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 buff.
Dispel!
Buff, 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 buff.
Sorry. Well, this has been a lot of fun. My favorite part was when you killed Rygax.
I'm still right here.
Yes, your commitment to the bit is admirable. But I suppose I do need to provide the rest of you one more challenge, don't I? Been working all this time to put together something appropriate for you, something you will enjoy for a little while, and then it will kill you. Next time on Tales from My D&D Campaign. I still want that horseman's weapon. Judging by what Draven saw in the clairvoyance, the horseman didn't drop it even when blown apart. You may have to unmake him the hard way.
Give him head.
It's probably not just lying around.
If Angel dies in here, so Al gives her soul to Asmodeus, he may find a use for her. Maybe replace that horseman. Who would you rather have following you? The demonic horseman with the flaming demon chain? Or Angel with the same weapon? The horseman I can see coming.